Hey, thanks for joining me again this afternoon. This is Pete with AquaFX. Today we're going to be discussing how to install your add-on DI and what you can expect when you get that in the mail. As we see here, we have a single length of tubing. It's a 6-foot cord. We have our single bracket mounted to the cap of the clear canister. We have our clear canister as well as DI filter inside of the clear canister. This is what you should expect when you get your filter in from us. I'm going to go ahead and unravel my 6-foot length of cord. And I've got my RO system existing. I'm going to take my product line from my RO system and introduce it to the N on the clear canister. I can then take my provided cord, or 1/4-inch tubing, and plug it into the outlet of my clear canister. I now can turn on my incoming water supply, and the water that normally would have been exiting from my RO membrane is now filling up my DI canister, which you can start to see happen from the bottom going towards the top. It may take a minute or two to fill this DI canister, as RO production is pretty slow, but once you do have this canister full, you're going to have a constant stream out of the black product hose. Sometimes an air gap will present itself even though I have 0 TDS RO/DI water exiting the system. What I can do to eliminate this air gap is, while the system is actually producing water, unthread the canister, and what will happen is the water will want to more readily push out the air and fill up the canister. It does not matter if you have an air pocket in your canister. However, a majority of my customers do not like to see this air pocket. So what we do is, again, I actually have air bleeding out right now. Once the water reaches the top, I'm going to go ahead and screw the lid back on tight, making sure that I don't have any water protruding from the rim. And that has effectively eliminated that air gap. As your canister is leak-free, you're going to have pure RO/DI water exiting the black tube. It may take a second to get the water to start exiting again. I'm now going to go ahead and just test my water, my final product water. It's always a good idea to rinse whatever you're using out, because it can accumulate sometimes calcium or other dissolved solids that will skew your reading. I can now take my pen and insert it into my collection cup, and I see 0 parts per million on my meter, letting me know that this is absolutely perfect water for my reef tank, saltwater tank, or any sort of top-off water that I might be doing. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you again for our next edition.